Alright, guys, a little bit of an update since I don't really upload as often nowadays. I mean, not at the moment though. I wasn't actually uploading for like the last 11 days on the main channel. As far as it being called Anthony Cashman at All Cashman Claimations. Said it right this time, nice. But yeah, that's what it's named right now, and I could have probably made it a little different than that, even that, and update and call it Automatical. And at some other weird channel now on the brainstorm that last to continue to grow and evolve as common with us people on this path. If I'm not trying to push up too high or low on that end, but there you go. Anyways, it's like it's been pretty great. First thing I should know, but other than the maybe being a little inactive on the main channel for 11 days straight, and still making posts every once in a while in between, after that, is I'm actually on nofap and senior retention day 6 or 7, almost 6 to 7, or 5 to 7. It's basically nofap and senior retention day 6, so it's really nice. I actually, even when I'm dizzy sometimes, or when I have a sense of a feeling that things aren't what the way they could be, they're still better than that. So I could be down in the dumps and still feel good about my life. As per, I don't know, affirming to myself the law of manifestation stuff, like I'm excited, happy in my life over and over and over, and being on a good abstinence streak, and also being someone who actually appreciates what he's doing with his life in general. So I actually have these things going on for myself. Having the claymation thing go on hiatus a little bit. So I was trying out cartooning for a little bit because I had not gonna lie, I had a little tiny bit inspiration from the Velour MP4 video on YouTube and Newgrounds. So that madness animation kind of got me a little inspired. Not gonna simp for that too much, but freaking simping. But yeah, it's like or anyone from the madness community for that matter, which I'm not a part of really right now. But not even I would never even was for Telltale Games or Pets Zombies or even freaking DeviantArt or Newgrounds for that matter. Any of those other communities, or even the writers and Foster communities for that matter on Reddit, whatever else, the forum stuff. Not just Incredibots and Gingerson too, but you know, ended up being the longest time thing I would run for. And I still have a hard time with some of those small communities, not just the big ones. But I never had a problem with the big communities, other than maybe wondering what the Walls and Roast thing would be like, which I'll get into later in another video with this one. Or even the idea of a small community being hard to get along with, contrary to maybe having a tight-knit community. But that still has its own challenges, even for my sake. It's like small communities make it so I don't have to worry about dealing with too many people. But that's the problem I have, is I want to deal with too many people, because if I'm dealing with only too few people, if I'm only dealing with a few people, then all those people, if they don't like me, then I'm kind of screwed anyway. So it's like, and that's been my only personal experience already anyway. So if I'm not talking too fast, let me just say that, yeah, no fantasy nutrition day 6. I'm going to try to do more cartooning to help heal my claymation skills, but also to revive my cartooning skills, maybe through doing Newgrounds and DeviantArt and some other art communities. I can join them if I don't procrastinate too much on that, and see how that goes. But yeah, how are you guys doing, by the way? I actually, I still intend to review a few of my other older videos, like the last video I made, the last RD10 video I made, and the last video I made for Salt and Vinegar, the update about how hard my life was getting, but how awesome it was getting at the same time, if that made any sense. But it just, but yeah. I have a feeling that by the time my PMO abstinence gets better and better, and this streak could fail because you don't count the days, you make the days count, right? But you have to make sure that you're also better about living your life with or without PMO being a thing, or even nofap or intention for that matter. So it's like you have to live your life regardless of those things. So it's like, so even if I do relapse, it's gonna be a consistent behaviorism thing that's gonna get better over time, hopefully, and we'll affirm that for ourselves. But being the person who is truly excited, happy, in love with his life, then yeah, there you go. But it's just, so the cartooning I might try at first is like something like where I don't have to overthink this really, not even for my sake, but I could try to do some simple shapes and geometry and just like sketch a little bit and try to learn how to draw properly with the shapes and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be like apples and oranges literally being drawn on sketch paper, but like, or even digital for that matter. I want a little bit of both digital and physical. So I could get my Wacom back and then just draw on that a little bit, or get another Cintiq or something like that. If I want to even get a Cintiq instead of another Wacom tablet, up to me to decide about that. Digital or screen, or digital commemoration, as in the Wacom being the commemoration of switching the, you know what I mean? Wacom has products like that, and it's digital from Cintiq being on the screen drawing. So it's like, you know, That's hard to explain, but yeah, for me, for this writer guy, the writer guy who can't communicate. But yeah, it's like a freaking drawing 2D, and maybe getting to 3D if I want to, because some claymation animators do get into 3D, like the Aardman got into 3D, and then they in fact did the animated M&M commercials back in the day, and some other commercials. That's how they got into 3D, was that they practiced claymation so well that 3D was a different style for them in a very invigorating light. So Aardman Animation Studios were able to make that work. But that being said, yeah, I'll get into 3D if I have time. Maybe I don't have to afford something like Maya or anything like that, or even Tube Harmony for 2D. But I'll get into like 2D drawing at the very least, and get into art comedies like that, so I can revive my cartooning skills as well as intend and aid to my claymation, stop motion animation. So yeah, there is a video I was gonna make later on, like the 5 traumas I have, explained in great detail, light or dark, examples positive or negative. Being like the laws and rules trauma, the communication trauma, the rape culture trauma, the life story trauma, and the quality content trauma. And those would be in their own video, I think. I don't think I could squeeze on here right now, even if I want to do, because it's going to be a little too negative to impress. Even if I could pull it off without thinking too hard, it would still be a little too pessimistic for me to put off, and so to speak, pessimistic, as in too much negative energy. It would be constructive, but still negative, right? So it would be like, it'd be hard, I wouldn't know what to say, but it would still be a little depressing to talk about. But we'll time that well if we need to. It'll just be another video like this, like talking like that. So if we have a little more time, I could try to talk a little bit on this video about the Digimon 02 in the beginning movie coming out next month, the beginning of the month. That one is pretty cool. I just found out about the movie like last week, so I just binged on Toei Animation's YouTube channel, the kids shorts, and I just binged all 7 episodes they had available. They had like 1, 2, 3, 17, 18, 19, and 21 for Ken's life story arc segment, and that's it. And then they have the rest of them are just promo videos for the 2023 movie. Because you have to imagine this being about the second arc of Digimon, and just being having a movie following up with the last Evolution Kazuma from 2021 or 2020 or 2019. I think that was the trailers are in 2019 and they released in like 2019, 2020, 2021. And they finally got this one for the next game for Davis's crew, and they have like and the setting is in 2012, so it's not even that much farther in the timeline on their story. So it's like, it's a funny concept. It's like literally like a 2001 aired anime in real time at that time, years ago, set now in 2012, being premiered in our time in 2023. So it's like 2001, 2012, and 2023. It's like, that's actually kind of cool. That's like the 11-year theory. I'll make a video about that if I want to. But like the 11-year theory for Puss in Boots and Digimon, and be like every 11 years they do something like this. Every 20 years they do something else like this. That's like, yeah, it's like kind of cool. I remember there was a few shows that they did like this. If they do something like this for Bionicle, holy crap! Like, because even Madness Interactive Reloaded is going to be its own thing. But like, they already have a few games for that. But since the first or second game for Madness, yeah, I'm talking about Newgrounds and Digimon at the same time. What the hell? Well, like, yeah, but yeah, if I get to watch that movie, it will either be as a result of practicing bus transit over around time as an adulter. I don't like the word adulting as much personally, but that's not even to have avoidance or denial of being a 26-year-old who still sees himself as a kid or a younger person. But I mean, I feel young and I still feel healthy, so it's not like I don't deny that. But I don't deny I'm an adult. I really don't. But it just, I don't even grasp too hard with the idea of not being old is no longer young. It's more like we affirm these things too hard, especially on our birthdays, because that's why birthdays are controversial. It's like, when you affirm you are the age that you are, you don't have to be that age. You don't have to be in denial either being younger or older. It's the idea, the framework of believing. Because I have a friend, I'm not going to call him out too much on this, but he talks about being too old and raggedy, not raggedy, but like he keeps affirming to himself that he's older, he's an old person, and that, well, yeah, maybe 38 and 39 isn't that old, but when you're twice as old as 18, no, dude, no, not even twice as old as 18. Don't affirm that to yourself, dude. Like, if you keep telling yourself you're old in your late 30s and even your early 40s, you'll feel as old as the cliche stereotype sage of 80s and 90s and 100s. at age 40, and that's not right, man. That ain't right. Like it doesn't, like, being older doesn't equate to wisdom. Not even experience equates to wisdom all the time, because you can be experienced without being immature, right? But it's also like you don't have to like be old to be dead, or even be old to be wise. So it's like, don't affirm that to yourself. I'm old, I'm ugly, scribble this cartoon-esque, like, not cartoon, like, it's like scribble this kitchen scratch over my face. I'm not trying to hold, okay, Gen Z is going to cancel me eventually, but like, uh, but like, because I'm technically, because I'm a Zoomer too, because I'm 1997 baby, but like, I'm a millennial Zoomer cusp, I think, if that makes sense. But when you affirm that you're too ugly or you're too old, you'll believe it. You'll believe it because you've affirmed it that many times, even without the woo woo. You'll believe it. So it's like in lieu with the woo woo, you affirm it because the beliefs are thoughts you repeat yourself over and over again. So it's like you don't want to have to believe that if it's not even something that has to be true. We believe the stories we tell ourselves. We believe the lies we tell ourselves. So it's like you gotta be careful of that stuff. So that my friend was making that hard on himself. He's a really wise person for his own. That's why he calls himself that. Well, that username he uses on Twitter while I was running. I think Twitter's still running. I avoid Twitter myself because I was trying to avoid the cancel culture drama I was into like a few months ago. Well, I'll return back up here. It probably dwindled away. If it didn't dwindle away, or if I got banned or something, then I don't think I got banned even for that, because my console gets Twitter notifications. I just didn't go back to Twitter since on my main show, my main feed. But yeah, don't affirm these stupid adages to yourselves, guys. Don't tell yourself you're old and you're ugly if you're not actually old and ugly, especially if it doesn't have to be that way. You know what I mean? So, but onto Digimon. It's like I am indeed the young spirit, youngling, old soul in a good light, right? But youngling, young spirit starseed, who loves these things because as far as the younger generation going back into these things, knowing that the past can be still redeemable, if not very much better than what we have now. But it doesn't have to always be like that, obviously, but that's different. Like, because the future is always what we're looking forward to, even if you have gloom and doom on that, man, at the end. But when you have a kid in Generation Z behind looking for Digimon, and when you have generations like us looking for Digimon for the first time, even though we knew that already existed back then, and it's like, yeah, Digimon 1 or 2, 01 or 02 for Adventure, and then Try, and the Reunion, and then the freaking other movies, including the 2020 series, the reboot. Then yeah, if you in the toys and the games and the plushies and stuff, yeah, I imagine people going to the theaters for the 50 guest thing for the cards and the tradables and shit and the card games. They're gonna be happy to have that. And I'm not gonna steal that from them. Even if my lucky ass makes it to the theater first, wherever I'm going for that, if I ever get to go to the theaters for any of the showcasings in my city, then yeah, it's going to be quite fun to be able to go to the movies with a family member or a friend or myself, by bus or by car or by some other means or train or whatever. Yeah. Speaking of trains, Spirit Tracks, and should I even talk about Wonder Super Mario Bros? We'll get to that maybe, because Wonder was wonderful indeed. I've seen some gameplay of it, some gameplay. Oh gosh, I should talk about this on Marchscarf, but it's on the same email list anyway. So Marchscarf and that's chill. So if you want to go on Marchscarf, you can, but I don't hold too much regard to agorism and anarchism on there. But if you know, you know. But yeah, like seeing some gameplay of Wonder, and I've been playing the emulated version of Spirit Tracks. Even then, that's pretty fun to compare and contrast Tears of the Kingdom for The Legend of Zelda to The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Because between Spirit Tracks and Tears of the Kingdom, yeah, obviously Tears of the Kingdom has its obvious benefits over Spirit Tracks, but the reason that games like Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks hold well isn't just because of Toon Link. It's because they're generally like aesthetical games. I think I see this with even like Grim Medieval's Underfist. I keep talking about that. I keep talking about doing more animations and claymation for Underfist, like Trick or Treat Ear Song and a reboot of the Underfist theme, which I probably will do at some point. Not this Halloween, this month, in 2023 October. But so sorry if I miss on that, or even Christmas for that matter, Thanksgiving of 2023 all. But it's like, yeah, I intend to make it that it's like um that Spirit Tracks holds well because it's just a very aesthetical game based on like the pendulum the aesthetic idea, like from Underfist. It's like pendulum the aesthetic being that these styles are awkwardly cool. They're awkwardly cool. They have a very unique style that you can't explain. Not even in a thousand words per picture. Like freaking like having a pictograph since Majora's Mask and then having it in Wind Waker. Jesus. And then you have it again in the Tears of the Kingdom series in Breath of the Wild. So what difference does it make if you have a fucking tablet taking pictures or a pickup box? Which, by the way, randomly shout out to Case Parks from What's Up children's book that's airing on Kickstarter right now. If you go to Kickstarter.com and look up What's Up, you'll find his currently airing a campaign crowdfunder, and please donate to him. This Awakening children's book is gonna be great. But the reason I'm mentioning all of a sudden is because there's this idea I had for a children's book, a Pictopath, which was going to be about tracing the dotted lines with your fingers on the book to make symbols and designs and unique pathways. Like for example, for Boomerang, you just do a curve dotted line tracing with your finger, and stuff like that. And then like certain like loop-de-loops, and then certain design drawings, kind of the dots kind of thing, and then other kind of paths with your fingers. So it's like, yeah, that was my idea for Pictopath. But if I ever make Pictopath of children's book instead of just procrastinating, unlike Case Mr. Parks over here making his Awakening book, What's Up? Kudos to that guy. He is a good. I think he is technically a Reiki healer, but he's more like an energy healing person, sort of kind. Like if Rich Lop knows him, then yeah, you might as well understand that the same energy is there, same energy of wisdom and same energy of influence and frequency and synergy and some other spiritual aspect of that. But yeah, please do check out What's Up on Kickstarter though, because Case has actually worked pretty well in that book. It's not. He said himself it's not really his magnum opus, but it is still a very profound part of his life right now to make that book a reality. It would mean a lot to him to make that book a reality. So if you can donate, I probably have to donate myself, but saying too much how much that is, but from my end pledging. But yeah, mentioning Case's Parks books, What's Up from Wind Waker and Spirit Tracks. Yeah, Spirit Tracks has been fun. Haven't been making that game work out for myself, and then I've been spoiling over and over again the ending scenes on YouTube by watching over and over again for Spirit Tracks. So I enjoy that anyways. But I enjoy the whole journey of Spirit Tracks. Like I did Skyward Sword HD for that. Jesus, that was like 1 or 2 years ago. Like I finished Skyward Sword HD in like 2022, I think. So it was pretty good. And that was like the whole year I played it though. It was like 2 to 4 months straight, or 6, 5 months I think. I don't know. It took long though. Spirit Tracks is gonna take at least half a year if I don't take my time anyways. But you know, and then I'll play more in 9 doors, 9 rooms, 9 persons, 9 hours, which is a really edgy horror puzzle game on Nintendo DS emulator. Honestly, Jesus Christ, some of these games are literally what they say 10 out of 10 and all that. And the Communicator one, or not Kim Possible's Gemini Global Gemini thing. The other one, the one where it's just Kim and Rufus, Communicator. That one's really good, but on emulator. The last thing I'll talk about before I upload this big ass video, not really big ass, I talked way longer than this before. Like I don't know why I started making shorter videos lately. I really don't. I just out of instinct, I guess. But we'll talk a little bit about maybe Deep Docs, because I was gonna probably air Deep Docs on Marchscarf, season 2. I mean, because season 2 is gonna probably be about the puppet show, the backyard philosophy remark stuff. So other episodes. It'll be another 9 episodes in season 2 for deep documentaries, because season 1 went from the freaking panic to the second episode to the last one about the UFOs and the camera, and that was 1 to 9. And I made the Spun to Player movie by itself was the episodes. It was episodes 1 through 9 with extra content in between and before and after, and it was pretty cool. It was on like Spun to Player movie. I didn't mind uploading that 1.5 gigabyte video on YouTube. That was honest like. This is like 1.2, 1.3 gigabytes. Was like, that was like Spun to Player, man. I didn't procrastinate that anymore, did I? I used to do it my own way. But yeah, if you want to see more of who I really am in the sense of being an artist and a philosopher, then Deep Docs is one of the best ways to go about it. Because even if I add claymations to Deep Docs, which I intend to for at least season 2, hopefully, if I make season 3s only for claymations, then yeah, that'd be fine. But if I have any claymations at all, even just 1 for season 2, and then have season 3 only claymation, that'd be fine. But you know, Deep Docs claymations could be the first pilot or the last episode, but I'll see. But you know, yeah. Let's push for 20. Okay, let's push for 23 minutes. Okay. Do 3 more minutes. Okay, good. Yeah. It's been really hard and wonder how I'm going to try to. I've been having to make this a thing in my life, trying to make my life happy, not only happy in general, but happy where I am now. Because it's very tempting. It's not, I'm not in a fearmonger mode more like, it's more like, damn it, I have the tools and the ways and the opportunities to do what I want financially and romantically and even like freaking like power play ways. It's like I freaking know how to live in a different house and fucking travel the world and be a socializer and a philosopher, and everyone will so always love me and all this crap. The opportunity is there in a meaningful way and even a less shallow way, but I have to be happy and also happy with myself and especially happy where I am now. Because if I'm not like that then, it won't be any better anyways. So being happy where I am, because there's a philosophy, I forgot what the other belief was, but this belief from Jane Ripper, I am where I need to be right here, right now. And that is true. Like, maybe you can resonate with that much. If you watch this whole video, I meant it to be positive, but I'm sorry if some of it was a little edgy, but the freaking 5 traumas one's going to be edgier into this, so, if I even said this too fast or not that sensible, but I need to get this across though in this last minute or two, that being okay and present where you are right now is not some kind of Buddhist woo-woo Buddhist monk Islamic 4 pillars kind of woo-woo shit. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like too spiritual, too chakra wise. I'm not trying to be too woo with this. It's true. Heaven really is on earth where you are right now. If you're not going to be happy with that where you are, then why would you expect any other atheist or spiritual or religious kind of aspect to fix your life anyways? Like, it wouldn't have to. It wouldn't have to. You wouldn't have to waste it or compromise it by spilling your seed on some long line of holes on your freaking whole phase, and then what about it? No, you can do better than that. But you can also live right now. There's a way to live right now and not procrastinate on that, even in terms of long-term gratification and putting off your pleasures until your golden years, so to speak, which doesn't have to be like that anyways, even in terms of long-term gratification. Because the point of long-term gratification is to live in your moment, in spite of what will be better in the future. So in the last 30 seconds, I'll just say that I'm proud of you guys. I'm certainly proud of myself. In another salt and vinegar style way, yes, life is getting scarier, but it's also getting more amazing. And that's the most cliche thing I can say right now, end cards going in or whatever. The most cliche thing I can say right now is that don't ask for more don't ask for lighter burdens, just ask for sturdier shoulders. That's all I'm going to say right now. Take care, guys. This is an update for the Anthony Cashman Out of Crosswind Claymation channel, and take care. Take care.